It picks up here and here. So
this is pretty easy. Like just to sit here and like I felt like I was always adjusting with the pop filter and moving around.
That's why I took them off.
So I probably won't be doing too much moving.
You look terrible.
What do you mean?
Like you're always so stiff.
Pause.
Okay. Yeah. That's
But
true.
what's wrong with me being
no ground meat here, baby?
Yeah, none.
Nothing but Slim Jim. What's the opposite of ground beef?
Oh my gosh! Here we go with this shit.
We did say Slim Jim.
Yeah, that's not very flattering.
Except you're not trying to put a Slim Jim in a taco. Like that whole time, I didn't hear anything because I was laughing.
You were laughing so hard.
I was crying, literally.
Look at you. You looked over.
Oh, are you?
I went like I keep messing with him. Like every time I put chapstick on, I look him right in his eyes.
Oh, geez.
So he like even last night I was like, "What does this do to you?" And he's like,
"Are y'all fucking serious right now?"
I didn't know that he was pulling his out.
He cannot look at you like put it on. Like it's just like it's like so gay to him. It might be mesmerizing.
It's not gay.
I'm a rock your world.
It's not gay. It's just.
It's not gay if
you
it's your
shouldn't look
homie.
at somebody. Oh my god! You know, I'm done. Whatever.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter.
To No Filter.
The No Filter podcast, which is
An EMP network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk. No PC.
No PC.
No PC consistency.
Please note that the
Opinions from the host.
Are not a reflection of the EMP network. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your minds.
and we hope you like this one.
Like I don't understand. Like I clip so
It's not
easily.
gay in a three-way. Did you ever hear that?
Yo, that is so wild that you said that because like that is still gay.
Not according to the Lonely Island. It's not gay if it's in a three-way.
So I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
Hold on. I bet you it's Art's phone.
It says that there's motion in front of my fucking front door. Like who's at my house?
Get him. You have a camera?
Yeah.
That is mad.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Is that from Amazon?
I buy a ring from I think I get it from QVC.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I can see you can set like the motion of like basically like the parameters to the motion or so. So I have it set for 15 feet in front of my house, but that was probably like a cat or something like that. When I do 20, it picks up people walking on the sidewalk and it's annoying.
Why didn't you
yeah.
put the electric shock for the cat every time he gets on the porch? It just like shocks the shit out of the cat.
I don't think
you'll have like 9 dead cats on your porch every day.
There's a lot of like stray cats in my neighborhood. It's ridiculous.
It's Carrick. Your neighborhood. You're considered Carrick, right?
I am Carrick.
Carrick is known for like stray cats
And
Really?
raccoons.
Yeah,
And raccoons.
cats and coons.
Cats and
Whoa.
Cats
easy.
and coons. Raccoons.
All right. So there's just like stray cats just like wandering all over the streets of Carrick?
It's weird, man. Like
man.
We didn't even do pre-production.
we didn't. I tried to tell you to what
Oh man.
Well.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Freeform day, I suppose.
But hey, remember the old slang?
like what?
Like just the old, like from growing up to now, like the slang, like it has changed so much.
You know what word?
Like the bomb. Remember the bomb?
The bomb?
The bomb was amazing.
Or fat. That was fat.
Fat with the
That's-
PH.
That's fat, bro. PHAT. Remember Chris Tucker? PHAT. Pretty hot and tempting.
Yeah, the slang. Yeah, that's funny. Like how it's transitioned over time.
Hoochie.
Yeah.
Like remember that?
A hoochie
that was,
mama?
That was Tupac's favorite. Like so many hoochies in the room.
A hoochie mama.
Hoochie mama. Coochie cutters. Remember that from yesterday?
Coochie
Oh,
cutters.
geez.
Coochie cutters. Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Isn't Daisy Duke a person?
Yeah, she's from the Dukes of Hazzard. She popularized that style of shorts.
Shorts. Okay. Nice.
That makes sense. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, why do we never know that? Like, well, I knew she was from.
I'm guessing you never watched the Dukes of Hazzard.
I seen the most recent one, with like what was it, Johnny Knoxville or something.
Oh yeah.
But I
Yeah.
never really paid that any mind, like as to why.
Yeah, like Daisy.
Dukes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, so her shorts were called Dukes?
No, she just wore that style of shorts, so everybody referred to them as Daisy Dukes.
But was her last name Dukes?
Yeah, her
Yeah.
name was Daisy Duke.
Oh.
They were
So
the
the shorts
Dukes of
she
So
wore-
it's
Hazzard.
Duke apostrophe S.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Oh, like
possessive.
Reese's.
You stumped me on that. I don't know how.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Is it Reese's or Reese's?
There's an-
No, it's Reese's. Reeses apostrophe S. It's possessive. It's Reese's.
So Reese owns Pieces.
Yeah.
Was that right?
So they're
Now-
made by Reese.
Do you say Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces?
I say Reese's because they are Reese's. I'm also not 5 anymore.
So you don't say Reese's? There's a
No,
ton of
that
people who
shit-
still say
that
Reese's.
shit
I say
annoys me
Reese's.
so much. You say Reese's.
Yes.
You also wear chapstick, you fucking moron.
I think you're the odd one out for not wearing chapstick, dude.
Bro,
Or maybe
my
not
lips
for,
aren't chapped.
or maybe or just for at least thinking that it's weird to wear chapstick.
No, but like, look at him sitting there. His lips are shiny.
Why are you looking at my lips?
Because you have You stare at me and put chapstick on, and you're asking me why am I looking at your lips?
That's like one of those things where
What kind of double standard ass millennial shit is that?
that's like one of those things where like your buddy goes like, I don't know, you know how guys are like just disgusting as
Your
hell.
analogy.
No, guys are just like disgusting
I'll
as
let you
hell.
get
So
your
they
shit
may
off.
like do something and be like, "Look, bro," and then you look over and it's something like super weird.
They got
and you're
like their balls out.
Yeah, and you have to look away. You don't look away though. Like you just love to like stare at my lips.
I've never had anybody do that to me.
What, like pull their balls out?
Yeah.
Oh man, we used to play those practical jokes all the time back in the day.
Yeah. And you also used to donkey
Practical
punch
jokes.
Like,
Like it's so dumb. It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
oh, it's just my balls, bro.
Like no wonder women think that we're stupid.
Yeah, like,
We are.
but it was funny though, right?
No,
Like,
it's not. It's
you're telling me you didn't do
never
that, like,
funny.
as a
It's
kid, or
never
even when like
funny.
in your adolescent years, you've never done that. Like, I'm not saying pull
Never
your balls
pulled
out,
my balls
but
out?
like things like that, right?
No, like what?
He's never had fun, Double D.
Oh man.
Oh, I've had plenty of fun, and
You
it
gotta
didn't
pull your
have
balls
to do
out
with
every
pulling
once in
my
a while.
balls
Yeah.
out in front of a group of guys. Like,
Because it's just hilarious
You-
to watch the other person go,
I was a mooner.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
moon everyone. Like, hey guys, look. And they'd be like, oh.
Did you ever go streaking?
No.
No,
I've
not
went
me either.
streaking several times.
Did you?
Yes,
How? Like, why?
bets, drunk, fun.
We're going streaking. Nobody behind you.
He's like, we're going up through the quad into the gymnasium. You don't remember that on Old School?
Yeah. No, let me see. The first time I went streaking. You know, I wish I could have that time back. And here's the reason why. For one, we were at school. It was Oliver. We were at the field at Oliver, and like I got bet to do it. So I did, you know, got like $10 from it. But at the same time,
Wait, that's all it took for you to streak.
bro, we were in high school. But at the same time, it was cold. So like it wasn't one of my
Okay.
best penis
All
performances.
right. Yeah. Okay. Blame it on the cold.
Like, I mean, if it was a regular warm day, I'd have probably tripped. So I'm kind of glad it was cold when I did it.
Yeah, because you were stumbling over your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Not any other reason why. No, but yeah, and it was because like, what was it? I think they were having track practice or something like that. And it was me and like 3 other dudes. We just ran full speed across the field.
Across the
But
field?
here's the thing. I'm fast, so I don't think they seen anything but my ass anyway. Like,
Why weren't you on the track team then instead of streaking?
Yeah, you're
during
running
track
through
practice?
track practice. Like, you're
Just
streaking
join
through track
track.
practice.
yeah, but why wouldn't
Just run track naked.
So in past
That was a
tense,
good
how do you
idea.
say that? Like, hey, remember when we struck through...
Yeah,
remember when we
I think it's
struck?
streaked.
You always try to
Streaked?
make stuff
Streaked,
about the
yeah.
quiet storm, don't you?
No, I was, thinking.
Struck.
Struck. Remember
Remember
when
when
we
we struck through track practice?
Fucking are you talking about, man?
Struck. I never struck.
Never struck anybody. Struck like lightning.
No, but old slang was crazy. Let me see. What else? What other old slang
Raise
was
the
there?
roof.
Raise the roof.
You know what? When I was in school, I would do that. I was still doing that in school, but I would just do it to be funny.
What,
Like,
raise the roof?
and
Or
like,
was
Raise the
that?
roof.
Raise the roof. So I would be with all my friends, like, you know, we would all be like congregated or whatever in like a corner or something like that. And
Don't ever say you raise the roof when you're congregated. That's terrible.
basically, you know, when you go to like parties and stuff, you stand with your buddies, right?
Yeah.
So I would be like, and they'd be like, "Stop it, cut that shit out," and I'm like, "Yeah, woo!"
Unbelievable.
For the listeners who can't see him, he's motioning up and down with his arms like raise the roof.
Raising the roof.
Yes.
Raising the roof is wild.
The bomb. Did we cover the bomb?
The bomb.
The man.
The man.
You the man.
Word.
Word.
Word
I
to
still
Big
say
Bird.
words.
Word up.
I still say word every once in a while. I'm not gonna lie about that. Somebody else say something, I'll be like, word.
I'll word up.
I said that to my kids, and they were like, "Word? What are you talking about?"
Remember hard? Like, man, that's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Pause.
No, you remember that, right?
Speaking
Yeah.
of pause,
Yo, that's
remember
hard,
no
man.
homo?
You had no homo.
But
no
no homo
homo-
still exists.
It's still a thing. I don't know, man.
I mean,
Pause
well, I guess
kinda
pause,
took over.
yeah, it kind of took over. But there's dudes
Yeah.
that say like no homo.
Like, oh man, damn, that shit was fun to play with. No homo.
I hate it when guys had to say it like 3 times in a sentence. Like that guy was like, yeah, so I was hanging with the fellas, no homo, and then we ended up all getting in the car together, no homo, and then it's like they told a story and they kept reiterating.
You want to
no
know what
homo.
it is?
I hated that.
He wanted it to be all homo.
He did. He put the emphasis on it,
Because
like,
you wouldn't
It's like,
think
you guys
like,
are picking up what I'm putting down, right?
right?
like pause is like a funny thing. Like you're about to say something, you're like, oh, that's gay. Let me say pause real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
Like,
here's the
that's-
thing. In 5 years from now, you're going to look back at pause in the same way.
yeah, but I mean,
You know what's funny is speaking of like trends and whatnot, to look at fashion trends like in the 2000s is so, at least for me, like I look at pictures of myself from the 2000s.
I am 100% about to ask you what you used to wear in the 90s, Double D.
Oh, in the 90s? Oh, shit. Probably just,
You were in your teens in the 90s, right?
yeah. I think
Go
I was a
ahead,
little,
break it down.
definitely a little more preppy. Like Gap. Gap was really popular when I was in high school.
Old Navy.
Old Navy, yeah. So was that.
All right, give me a description of your fit.
Whoa, buddy.
That is
An overstuffed washer.
Pause.
That was definitely a pause
All right,
moment.
All right,
I thought about
everybody relax. Everybody relax.
What do you mean
All
my
right.
fit?
Really?
Fit my foot up your ass.
Fit is like your wardrobe.
Your wardrobe,
No
which you used to. That was the bomb, yeah. That was fat. That was tight. Remember tight? That was tight.
That was tight.
Ooh, that was tight, son. Son. Is son still a thing? Do
Son-
people still call people
Yeah,
sons?
sun is still a thing. Like
They
if you go to
don't-
New
is
York,
it?
yeah, everyone. Well, I don't know if everyone says it.
Remember
like,
Dun? D-U-N?
well, that was a Queensbridge thing in New
Yeah,
York.
that was
but in New
definitely-
York. Sun is like
What's that? Done.
Dun is basically
It's
sun,
sun, but with a D.
It's like the way they say it though.
Okay, sure. Okay.
It's like a New York thing. It's weird. I only know that because I have like a lot of friends. that
Oh,
are
hey,
from-
did you guys hear about
slime.
Run? It's like Sun, but with an O. Yo, that's Run, man.
That's a Manhattan thing.
Run. Let me see.
That's like I'll hear my kids. I'm sure, like with your kids, you hear them say shit, and you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
My kids are getting into this big thing. Pause. The reason. Hold on. You know, and they like. You know what drives me?
Are we talking like Big the movie, the Tom Hanks movie?
Hold on. I'm about to go on a tangent real quick. You listen. All of you, well, I highly doubt that kids the age I'm talking about are listening to this. But if you are, you have terrible parents.
Go to bed.
Stop with the motherfucking big shit. Like they'll say something like, "Oh, you're big mad."
I've never heard that.
Or it's like a pre-emphasis on something that's.
But
already,
you know what really drives me nuts? Legit. I legit meant that. That shit drives me in fucking sane.
Or like like I said, it's like preempting something, but it's like trying to do it and put the emphasis on it. So I hate when like if someone was like 6'5" walking in here, so when the kids would go like, "Oh, he's dumb tall." Like that right there pisses me off.
Like
no,
mad.
see, no,
Yeah.
no.
Like mad. Like, that's mad crazy.
Yeah, like that's mad crazy.
I used
son.
to do. Honestly, I still do that. Like that's wild. That's mad wild. Like I'll do that, but it's just the big word in particular. Like it sounds stupid.
Big.
That's big crazy. That's big.
Yeah, I've
I don't
never
think
heard
I've
that.
heard of that.
Big
Yeah.
fat. Well, I mean, you don't have kids, and well, you do, but your kids, I don't know, are older or they're not in the
Yeah, maybe
hip hop
they're
scene, or I don't know where that. I don't know where it came from, but
so it's a newer
more-
thing?
But yeah, but legit is annoying as fuck.
Legit too. I hate what my kids for
Or
the
when they
longest
repeat
time.
themselves, like, oh, that's no, that's. I mean, I was down the street and I was mad.
Oh,
Like I wasn't just mad, but I was mad.
So dumb.
Bro, shut the fuck up before I slap you.
For the longest time, my kids were on this this streak of saying "just kidding" after almost everything. They'd say something, be like, "Just kidding, just kidding." I was like, that got on my nerves.
Like don't
So much.
don't tell me that you're joking. You know, I hate that when people tell you that they're joking.
Yeah.
Like
Or you know what else is whenever people say that's funny. Well, if it's funny, then fucking laugh.
You know what?
I hate-
I'm guilty of
I hate
that.
that.
I do that all the
too.
time.
I do that too.
That's so funny.
I've done that on previous
It
podcasts.
drives my
Not
it
even
drives my
laughing
wife
though. Like
crazy.
you guys will say something, I'm like, that's funny.
It drives my wife crazy because I'll be like, that is wild, or that's funny as hell, or something like that. Like, but I won't laugh, and she'll be like, why do you do that? But yeah, I do that.
It's funny, like the text language too, with that, right? Like when people are saying like LMFAO, they're not even laughing. Like,
yeah.
you know, I'm laughing my fucking butt off. They're
Yeah.
not even laughing. Like, or like the rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you even?
LOL.
You're not typing. So what? You're rolling and typing at the same time, or you took a break?
But then it moved to the literally LOL. I literally LOL'd. Meanwhile, you're not laughing.
yeah, like, well, wait.
Like I literally, because LOL, laugh out loud,
Mm-hmm.
came to mean a thing where you weren't laughing. It's just something you respond with.
Right.
So if something actually made you laugh, you would say, I literally LOL.
Oh, I didn't know.
Speaking
yeah,
of which,
yeah.
the
I didn't have to-
overuse of literally.
Oh, yeah. That literally drives me mad wild.
Yeah. Like literally. It's cringeworthy,
Just
isn't
put
it?
your chapstick
Just
on.
kidding.
Just put your chapstick on.
Just kidding.
JK.
Are you? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to bring up, what do you guys think about this kind of shortened form of speaking come from texting and slang? You think it changes the way that we interact with each other?
IDK.
IDK. Well, oh, I also hate. I think I might have brought this up before too. When people don't capitalize the letter I.
Oh, that is like
Yeah.
a pet peeve.
I
of
did
mine,
bring
yeah.
that up before, yeah. But yeah. What do you think? Does that change like how we interact with each other? Or you think it doesn't really matter?
It changes the respect I have for somebody.
True.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely see that.
My mom has adopted this new way of texting, and it like
I thought you were
it's
going to
so
say
weird.
your mom adopted you. You're coming out on the podcast as being adopted? That's cool. Thanks, buddy.
No, but she does it now. Like once she figured out a few things.
thank you?
For letting me in on this special moment. You're telling the world you were
Thanks, buddy.
adopted. I'm glad to be a part of this.
He thunked you.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to start
Funked.
using. That's going to be a
Funked.
no filter podcast.
Thunked.
That's going to be a no filter. We're going to make our own slang up. It's going to be big, wild,
He
crazy.
thunked
dude.
you. And
Dude used to be a big. Is dude still a thing?
I say dude
I
all
say
the
dude all
time.
the time.
No,
yeah.
but I mean like how like dude like that type of dude. Not like that dude right there. He's
No.
he's
Yeah, I
wild.
say-
He's mad crazy. Like I do say mad still.
Like,
I
dude-
put that adjective on there.
Dude is like one of like 5 words. That's it.
Yo, that dude is mad cow disease.
like I
Dude.
I do the dude thing. Like if like someone says something crazy, like Trump's hairpiece looks like a fucking cat or something, I'll go instead of laughing. It's like one of those things I like, kind of like iterate in there. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
like dude, like
I remember when I was a teenager and I worked at my first job. I worked at this custard stand, and these 2 dudes There you go. These two dudes that I worked with, they went to a different high school. So this was my first interaction kind of with like people from other schools, like working with them. And they said dude all the time. And up until that point, it had a little like silent period because it was big and popular with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and that whole thing in the late 80s with like dude and cowbunga. And then it was quiet for a few years. And then I heard these guys saying it all the time. I'm like, are you serious? And then I picked it up from them.
I remember the first time I've heard a black person say "dude." Like that's how traumatic it was to me. Like
how'd they say it?
It was pretty on point. It was like, "Dude." I was like, "Whoa."
Not what I was expecting.
I was like, I thought it was I thought the N word was coming out, but wow.
It goes, dude.
That was so white.
But the funny thing is, but think about that because I was in my teens when I first heard a black person say "dude."
Wow.
Like that's wild.
Like you say dude, but you don't say it the way that you just characterize that other
I
person.
say it as a noun.
Yeah.
I that's usually how I do it. I say
Like,
it as
this
a noun.
dude.
Like this dude's wild. Like, but
This dude just thunked me.
honestly, I do it because I do it to replace the N word. Like I'll try to use any other words. Like I'll be like, oh, this art is a moron. You know what I'm saying?
But the N
What's up,
word.
my art?
The N word is so like.
I apologize. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, I immediately regret this.
That was good though. I like that.
My art is crazy.
Like, what if I just said that to other black people?
Wow. You know what I?
Like-
you know
like,
what I am?
I really
guilty of those. I'm guilty of using overusing like.
Like yeah. Me too.
I use like a lot.
Like a valley girl?
It's crazy. Like
That's like so totally crazy.
Valley Girl. I forget what I was talking about.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry, man.
we both stopped and looked at him like, all right, you got the stage now, and you fucking folded.
folded.
Like,
How
oh
about
my God.
Aziz Ansari has a bit in one of his stand-ups where he's like, you can make anything sound like racist. He's like, you call somebody a Kit Kat, but if you say it with the right tone, you could be like, what's up, Kit Kat? What you doing, Kit Kat? He's like,
Fuck you call me? Motherfucking Kit Kat.
What are you trying to say?
like you can make anything sound
There was
offensive.
this Maryland comedian, right? I'm gonna try to give you justice. His name is T-Rex, but he has this skit. It's called Spooby, and he was like, he was driving with his Asian friend. He's gonna call him Mike, and he was like, he was driving and he accidentally cut this redneck off, and he was like, it was an accident. I did it on purpose. It was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose, but the redneck came by and he jumped out of he was hanging out of his window, holding his middle finger up like, fuck you, Spooby. And he was like, he just drove past. Everybody started laughing. He looked in the crowd. He was like, I didn't know what the fuck a Spooby is either, but I didn't like it. I was like, I ain't no motherfucking Spooby. And then he looked at him. He was like, he said he looked at his friend like, the fuck is a Spooby, Mike? And Mike was like, I don't know, but he was talking to you.
That was a horrible Asian accent, by the way.
No, I wasn't using an accent. I was just.
Did you say Jewsin? I wasn't Jewsin, an accent. I like how we're done talking. We just turned to art.
Because we always wait for him to say something, and he always fails. It's like
I'm not
it's
failing.
like his
It's just
condoms.
it's weird. Like sometimes, like you guys just look at me and I'm like, what? Expecting for something to come out.
I'm waiting for you to come back to that story. I don't
Yeah.
even remember which one it was.
I can't even remember.
Oh,
Like,
your mother adopted you.
Your mom adopted.
No, no. It was okay. So it was about my mom. Like when she uses like IDK and like all these like small little acronyms and stuff. Now I'm just like, stop, just relax, relax. Like because older folks they're so overzealous with things and so unnatural. You know.
Remember, my mom used to have terrible timing on "That's what she said" jokes. I'd be like, man, I went to the store. She'd be like, "That's what she said,"
It's like this is not the time for that. Like that wasn't even like.
and
Plausible.
then she would do the lean in elbow like she said something hilarious. That's what she said.
Am I right?
You do that
Am I
shit all the
right?
time
I
to
know,
me, dude.
I
Am
know.
I right?
All the time, man.
Yeah, but she was horrible with it. It was so funny.
Man.
All right, so moving on. Do you guys like spooning?
I mean, from the big spoon, yeah.
I was just about to ask. Art, you look like you've been a little spoon.
Never been a little spoon.
You know why? You know why you said that? No, hold on. You want to know why I know you've been a little spoon before?
Why?
Because you said, I mean, if I'm the big spoon. So in order to compare that implies that you've been a little spoon before.
And you did not like it.
And you did
I've never been a little spoon. It's just that just to think of it. Because you asked if I like spooning, so just to even think about it is uncomfortable.
You might like it.
You've been a little spoon.
No, to
before.
think about it is
Somebody
uncomfortable.
tried sneaking something in your bumhole.
They tried to overstuff your washer machine.
Someone's knocking on the back
I
door.
guess
It's dryer.
I guess
Wait, what?
I was about to say, I guess a gas would be a dryer.
Instead of a washing
Dryer,
machine.
Yeah.
Better
That's what
clean that lint trap, man. It's all clogged up.
That's like hearing your ass. We call that a lint trap.
Got some dingleberries in your lint trap.
Dude, dingleberries are crazy. Like, the older I get, it's like, man, I just have to take care of myself a little bit better. Like,
Yeah, that's the way it goes, man.
it sucks.
I shave. I
You-
shave
whoa.
everything
He gets the
down there.
Congo wax.
Oh,
All right, relax. I said I've got it before. Like it's not something I do every.
so
Sunday.
you shave between your ass crack?
Yeah.
How?
Squat. You gotta hold your balls up.
That
You get out a mirror.
I cut myself before. No, it took a couple times.
dangerous.
It took a couple painful ones, but yeah, it was like because you're already past the taint, and
Don't
you're like,
try
I
this
might
at
as well
home,
just
kids.
go. This is the whole point. Like, you're already past the taint, and you're like, all right, well, I might as well go all the way.
No going back now.
Yeah, you're like,
Once you
all
pass the
right,
taint,
so
it's
let's
point
go
of no
ahead.
return.
Let's go. You guys hear that feedback?
Nope.
All right. So I'm like, yeah, well, you might as well go all the way. So I'm like, all right. First time I tried it though, you ever see 300? You know the end of it when all those arrows came down and lit Leonidas up? That's how I felt when I stood up.
Oh, just splash some
Like
old,
once my cheeks
Old
hit
Spice on
together,
there.
once my cheeks got together and I was like, ah.
What type of razor did you use? Or do you use?
No, I have. All right, so I
use,
have
like,
3 pair of clippers.
Clippers? Okay.
I have my head clippers, I have my edgers, and I have my ball clippers.
clippers,
My
yeah.
ball clippers are under the sink. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And believe it or not, they're actually premium clippers. They're better than my
good.
head clippers. I want to make sure I get a nice clean shop.
Do
Yeah,
you use astringent after you?
No, I use alcohol.
Do you really?
Brutal.
Yeah. It's not
God.
brutal. It actually
What do you
it
mean
doesn't
it's
burn.
not brutal.
Why would you? Why? Let me ask. Why? Why you put alcohol on it?
Because like growing up my whole life when I got my hair cut,
It's astringent, though.
what?
It's astringent. It's not alcohol. Like at barbershops?
No.
What?
Anyway,
Dude, somebody please explain to me what the fuck is going on.
all right. So
All right.
growing up,
Why are you
growing up
putting
when you get
astringent
your,
on
when
your
you get
ass?
your hair cut, when
Well, that's why I was asking
you get your
him.
hair cut, the barber either puts. You got to keep in mind, I'm from Northview, so I mean, my barber was five houses up, and
Okay.
he had a squirt bottle full of like diluted alcohol. It was sometimes
was-
the green shit that smelled good, like but it was alcohol. So after you get your hair cut, to avoid like marks and you know how you get the little cuts and shit like that, to avoid that, you spray alcohol on your head.
To disinfect,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
So, but
never
in
had
the
that
barber
done.
shop, they use what's called astringent. It's
Okay.
it's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of yes, but so that's what they use in the barber shop. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking if you use that after you shave your ass.
yeah, but I use
Use
I use alcohol.
That is
I use
crazy.
I put the alcohol in my hands, I rub it, and then.
Oh my god, dude, that
Sounds painful.
Like when I was
But
a teenager,
it's
and
not
I had,
though. If you cut your, here's the thing. It's the same thing for your head. If you cut your balls correctly, you're not going to cut yourself. I mean, you may have a little brush burn. It may have a little sting, but it doesn't hurt.
But I think it's just the open pore thing, right? So anytime I cut, even just like when I'm trying to do my V thing down there, I put astringent and it burns. Like your asshole has your ass.
You're
crack
terrible
has
at
to-
your job.
So you're telling me anything you cut and you put astringent on shouldn't burn, like unless it's a laceration.
Yeah, let me. That's what I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying I haven't had something that burn. Nah.
It's doing its job. Like,
What?
otherwise, it's not clean.
No, I mean there's a warming sensation, but it's not like it doesn't burn like hurt. Like you know how you put alcohol in a wound, or you put alcohol like when you
Yeah,
used to get your hair when you used to get shaped up with clippers instead of edgers. Like,
Yeah. You mean like the
So,
straight razor?
Yeah, like like literally clipper. Privilege.
We're on 2 different pages because
I think
he's
we're on
coming from.
3 different pages here. Do you
All
guys
right.
do this when you're shaving your face too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put alcohol in it.
I put astringent.
Wow.
Sea breeze.
Okay.
You use Seabreeze? Oh, that shit broke me out bad.
Really?
Yeah, it had coconut abstract to it. It had me looking like Dr. Doolittle.
That's right. You can't.
I mean, not
you don't do
Dr. Doolittle.
coconuts.
Sherman Klump.
Yeah, you don't do coconuts.
But no. So yeah, like when when you first learn how to cut hair, you don't realize that edgers and clippers are 2 different things. So you try to shape yourself up with clippers instead of edgers, and you you fuck your shit all up, and you cut yourself really bad, and then you put alcohol in it, and that shit burns like Usher's greatest hits.
Like whenever he pees.
Yeah, whenever art takes a piss, it burns that way.
Herpes.
He goes privilege. No, like so. So after I would get my haircuts with like the edgers or so, they would use a straight razor to make sure it's like all the way clean
Yeah.
and all. And that's when I would exude a lot of that pain with using astringent or so. But
So Double D, since you don't know what we're talking about, how do
Not
you
a
get
clue.
your haircut? Like they don't use any type of spray or anything like.
So when I get my haircut,
Because I noticed you don't have the swoop today. I mean, I like the little wave, the little Johnny Bravo kind of
Right,
turn thing you have happening, but it's not as good as the swoop. Did you get
You
your
like the
haircut
swoop?
shorter?
no, I just styled it differently.
You style your own hair?
what?
Just put gel in it, man. What do you mean style
It's
it?
gel? Can I touch it? No, is it hard? Like, pause. It's like. It's kind of streaky. It's kind of streaky and hardish.
Gel, man.
Yeah, I didn't know that was really like. I mean, I seen some people like wax their shit up, but like I didn't see because it doesn't.
It's probably not going to
Dude,
move.
you did not just try to blow.
Oh, wow. So I get my haircut at a stylist. So
Okay.
which is, I mean, different than a barber, obviously, and they don't use anything like that. But even whenever I've got my haircut at a barber, now I've never gone to like a black barber, which I'm finding out now is different than a white barber.
It's
Because
quite the
I've never-
experience.
I've never had alcohol.
Well, you would
or
have had
astringent.
to had to assume that they were different though because the hair is different.
Yeah, but I didn't know that there was like different products used. Like I understand the style is different and everything, but I like even like shaving my face or shaving anything. I've never put alcohol or astringent. Like whenever I was a teenager and had bad acne, I would put astringent on after washing my face.
You know, I never had acne.
I didn't.
I used to have it real bad when I was
as a
young. But
teenager.
that's the only time I've ever used astringent. Like using it after you shave is completely blowing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is a black person thing.
Yeah, in Latinos.
I mean, like I've used to use is that like aftershave?
Yeah.
If you want to use that in place of aftershave?
That's I think what they do at the barbershop. Yeah. In
Okay.
place of aftershave, it's basically the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are you doing,
You
man?
had a bump on your tattoo, and I was looking at it.
Yeah,
'cause
I
it was-
know. Can you please not?
I didn't know what it was because if it was I was gonna knock it off your neck. I didn't know what it was.
Whatever obtusions or whatever contusions, anything growing off my skin. Can you please not?
But I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that it was a bump growing off of your skin. I thought it was lint or something. I was
Hey,
gonna
Art,
be like,
you
oh,
got
I
this
got
weird,
you.
gross thing. Let me look at it and pick at it on air.
I do pick my wife's like if she gets like a scab or something. I do pick my wife's because I
disgusting.
pick my own. I'm a child.
I pick my own too, but like I wouldn't pick anyone else's. It's
Yeah,
like that's
because
cringe.
we're not
man.
married. That's the reason why.
Okay, so these are
It
things
drives,
that you do
it
in
drives
the
her
marriage.
insane. Like she'll be laying on me, and I'll like rub my hand on her skin. And if I feel like any type of bump or something, I'll start picking at it.
Don't pick people's
such a
bumps.
child.
Yeah, like that's how infections
cannot be healthy.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
such a
infections get
child.
created. Like,
No, infections get created from you.
oh my god, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Just throw some astringent on it, man.
Or alcohol.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I mean, I understand the
I
alcohol
mean,
thing, but
astringent
I
is
was
just diluted alcohol. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you get 91% alcohol and then you put 50% distilled, it's basically astringent except without the pretty smell.
50% distilled what?
Water.
Alcohol. So let me ask you this.
Yeah, you just get a mouthful of vodka and spit it on yourself. Spit vodka on your balls.
That'll work. I mean, in a fix, if you need a disinfectant, alcohol works.
Svidania.
So, okay, so I've seen this. Let me ask you, because I've seen in the quote-unquote ethnic section in a grocery store, which I think is bullshit, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's pretty funny, isn't it?
I think that's fucked up that in 2018 there's a section for minorities. But anyways. So I've seen in that section.
Segregated ass shopping
Yeah,
centers.
isn't that fucked up? Like, how are you not upset at that as a black person?
Well, like, because when it's ethnic, they're not, like, it's not black and white. It's more American and non-American. So you walk down the ethnic section.
You're American, though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't get offended. Like, you walk down the ethnic section and there's the Asian food, there's the Mexican food, there's
African
the Thai
stuff,
food
yeah.
and African food. Like, that's the ethnic section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. All right, so I've seen things for like bumps. Do you guys, like, whenever you shave, get like a lot of bumps?
Like razor
Yeah.
bumps?
Razor bumps, yeah.
It depends on, like, now because I use bevel. I'm not trying to boost them or anything, but now since I use
You
bevel,
have a bevel blade?
I have a bevel blade, bitch. What you
Whoa.
mean?
That's big time right there, man.
The bouge.
Double D, those are like $200 clippers.
No shit.
Relax,
Oh, wow.
relax. All right. Damn.
I mean, he had to throw it out there like, because I use bevel now.
And he drinks the
didn't-
premium vodka or whatever it was. Remember that?
Distilled.
that I spit on my balls.
Quadruple distilled.
You just stared at me without flinching, like, distilled what?
Because you're just like, when you throw the distilled in there, and it's like,
Because
distilled what?
You
Just-
knew what I meant when I said you threw the distilled in there, right?
I kind of had
I
an
don't
idea
think I
for
was even
water.
paying attention
I
when
kind of
you
had an
talked.
idea it was distilled water. But I
No,
didn't know.
but ever since I've been using bevel blades, like, no, I got them like 2 years ago, I'd say, and they've been doing fantastic since.
They said that the T outliner is better than those. They've done it.
I don't have the clippers. I have the razor.
Oh, okay. I thought you had the clippers.
No,
That's
I
what-
have the. If you go into the bathroom, you'll actually see the razor. I have the razor. I don't use it. I use regular fucking clippers.
So the only time I get razor bumps is using the straight razor, which I don't do anymore. So I just use like the actual edgers.
one?
So
Like a straight razor? Like, wow.
yeah, so that's what they would typically use that after they edge you up at the barber.
Oh, okay. So at the
They-
barber, not at your home, you do this.
Well, yeah. So now, like even now, I just use just the edger. Like I don't use straight razors, but at the barbershop, they'll use like the edger to edge you up, and then they'll use the straight razor, like basically like perfect it.
For like the fine
yeah,
details.
like,
That's,
very
that's what I
defined
do.
detail,
That's
yeah.
what I do with my. That's what I do with my razor. I would shave my shit up with my edgers, and then I'll take the razor and I'll go down to
can't
the
do it.
lines. Well, I mean, you suck at your job, so
I'm just saying, like that. It makes me like, man, my face looks like the back of a Crunch bar when I do that, man. And I don't have a lot. I can't grow all this in, so it just looks terrible when I have a bunch of bumps on my fucking cheeks. Like
Look,
yeah.
how you look at him right now, that is the extent of his facial hair.
that's it. That's it. I get these like
crazy.
It
little
looks like a
patches
bunch
that-
of little hamsters died on his
Oh,
face
It's
whenever
just
he
like
tries to
patches
do
that
it.
grow in on my cheeks. It look like Anthony Hamilton.
So I've never had like a sit down and a barber with like a hot shave, like with a straight razor. I hear it's so good though. I want to
when-
try that sometime.
They have I forgot. I don't know what it's called where they lather the
Oh yeah, like the shave cream.
the shaving cream and all
They,
that. They do all that.
They put
Nice.
priming oil on your face. I have all three in there. It came with. That's what I'm saying, man. Bevel, bro. I'm telling you, it's $30 a month, and you get a free and you get a shipment. And then after you get your shipment, you can they send you replenishing things.
What's all included in that,
It's
though?
3 installments. I'm about to tell you. It's 3 installments of $30, so it's a total of $90. All right, but you get the razor, you get the lather brush, you get the priming oil, you get the shaving oil, and then you get the cooling balm.
Okay.
And that shit is cool and bomb.
But wait, there's more. If you call within the next 10 minutes.
You have the voice for that too. We'll throw this in for free.
No, but it's really good, and I'm just like I said, I'm not trying to give them free promo. We're always looking for sponsors, Bevel, but like it's really good. Like I've been using it.
try it out.
Actually, I got it from Brilliant Idiots from the Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz podcast.
His boyfriend. Yeah, there he is. Fucking Charlemagne.
Anyway,
He has this secret love relationship.
He does.
They write letters back and forth.
That's mad crazy.
dear Charlotte, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
It's like Stan.
No, but it's good. It's good. I like it. And I haven't had razor bumps since because the first time I used I had a Gillette 5 blade or whatever the fuck it was, and I was shaving with it, and it looked really really nice for the first 15 minutes, and then it looked like I was allergic to air. Like my shit looked like it was cussing a blind person out. Like if a blind person would have touched my face, they would have said I thought I was talking so bad to them. Like it was horrible. It was
man.
horrible.
It's all trial and error, though. You know.
Yeah, like to do stuff to cut your hair and shape your face up and just to shave your balls.
Shape your
Like,
face up.
No, it's the shape. You
You
don't know what a shape
I love
up
the
is?
differences in culture, man. Like 'cause sometimes Double D is just completely
Yeah.
oblivious. Like
So you don't call like
so with this line that he has that comes from like the sideburn down, we call that like yours.
Yeah.
If you were to basically edge that up or so,
Hone
we
it,
call it
yeah.
shaping it
Hone
up.
it.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it's called the shape up.
I just shave. That's what I call it. Shave.
So like
When I get
no,
rid of
but
this
I can
and then
see
I
the
detail
stubble.
and clean this up, that would be shaping my
Yeah,
goatee
but
How
up.
often do you do that?
Once a week, man. It
Okay.
sucks because I wish I just can get this.
I
like,
do
that
it
you
once
guys
every
have,
3
but-
days. Like I have to because my shit grows like super fast.
Yeah.
Pause. But I can see like the stubble of your. So you shape your shit up. 'Cause
Yeah,
I can see
yeah.
the stubble of it.
Yeah, so I probably need to do that. I do that every few days, probably every 2 or 3 days, and
Yeah.
then I trim the rest of it down to like a 2 or something.
Yeah. So you
like once a
trim.
week.
It's a trim and a shape up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's what you call it. You mean?
No,
we-
I mean I'm not the only one. So,
I'm just saying, just because you call it that doesn't mean the whole world
you
calls
mean
it that.
you mean us people? Us people call it that.
That's not at all what I said.
He said that's what yous call it. Like, whoa, wait, what?
Use. What's a ute?
That's what yous call it. Yous call it that.
That's what yins call that.
Us people, we don't call it that.
What
What are you talking about? I don't call it that at all.
What type of apparel did? So you said you were like a Gap and Old Navy.
Oh,
type
yeah.
in high
Yeah,
school.
an American Eagle.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're very preppy, white. I guess I didn't think of it as white preppy back then. It was just
We called
preppy.
we called it
'Cause I
art.
categorized
We
myself
called it
as that.
art and or Carlton.
That's how I dressed back then too.
So how did everybody else dress?
like long white T-shirts with baggy
5X
pants
longs
and,
and
Timberland boots,
Dickies and Tims.
big hats, like the big
I stopped.
baseball cats with the flat
the flat brim.
I've never been a hat guy, but I always had
They left
braids.
the stickers
I
on
hate
the
it.
hats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I tried it for a second, but it
wasn't working.
wasn't
out.
conducive to
You-
my
is that
lifestyle.
when you had
you
cornrows?
didn't-
Yes. I thought I was a thug.
Let me tell you, his cornrows didn't even go all the way down his head. Like he would get the top braided, and then he would have to get a rubber band to connect the top to the back, and then get the back. braided
Bullshit.
down.
My
His
cornrows were
was
flowing.
trash.
Like, yeah, no, they were
His
not.
cornrows
They
were so trash.
So
and then he
this
tried
is-
to get waves, and that was a catastrophe.
Wait. So this is how uppity I was. I got my cornrows done at a professional hair studio.
Ooh,
So they did all the treatment.
Premier.
They would take my hair out, wash it. They would put all this like conditioner and all this stuff in it, let it sit for a while, put me under the they would blow dry it and then do the hair, and then they would put this I forgot, it's like a mousse that they would put on it, and then put me under like the
Oh, look
dryer.
at me.
and
I
everything.
this
never
is
got
a
that
fucking
shit.
process, man.
It's a process, and then I would go to school and look like all the other guys, but they didn't know I was getting my hair done.
Meanwhile, their mama was doing it at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting between legs.
Sitting between legs with
Yep.
grease and a comb, sitting there like
Hold still.
and he's eating cheese and drinking mimosas
And I
while
have
getting his fucking
cup of
hair
coffee.
Do
done.
you have some more of this? Some more?
Pinky
Thank
finger
you.
up the whole time.
I've always thought that was so funny.
Reading Reader's Digest.
Because people would ask, like, where do you get your hair done? And it was my uncle's hair studio. And I'd be like, oh, I got it. Well,
The
one,
hood.
I
I got
think
it done in the hood.
have to lie to them, but I would tell them, and they're like, they couldn't understand what I was talking about. I'm like, I get it done at a hair studio where they do, and they're just like, the fuck?
What is a hair studio do? So, is it a guy named Hair and he spits bars? Like, what do you mean hair studio? Is it like is he rapping? Is he on Tupac's album?
I was like, that's when I really, like, that's what defined my privilege. That's when I was like, that's what solidified it for me. I was like, yeah, I think I'm a little too privileged.
That's what solidified. Yeah, that closes the deal right now. I'm sorry, it closes the deal. But no. So I used to, just like you said, I used to wear the Timbs. I used to wear the Dickies. I had to have a pocket in the Dickies. The little lower pocket, 5X.
What did you put in that pocket? I never knew why
clip.
the guys had to have.
A clip. Hey, what's up? It's Remorseless from the EMP Network. We here at the network would like to thank you for listening. And if you like what you hear, share it. You know, with a friend, a coworker, anybody you would think that would like it. Hell, even anybody that you would think wouldn't like it if you can stand talking to them. Follow us on social media platforms like Facebook, EMP Network, Instagram, EMP Network 412, no spaces, all lowercase, and Twitter at network_EMP. YouTube is under construction, but we'll have that soon. The point is, we want to hear from you. And if it doesn't take too much time out of your day, give us a review, good or bad. We look at all of these as a chance to learn and grow. We have a lot more planned in the future, but we cannot do it without your help. So please, if you think that we're worth it, leave a comment, give a review, and most importantly, share. Thank you for listening.
A gun clip?
Yeah.
Hair clip. It's a banana clip. Don't lie. That
So,
banana clip.
wait, the hair clip, they call those banana clips too?
No, banana clip is a specific one. It's like 3-4 inches long. It's curved. Looks like a banana. Your dick.
We
you know.
Whoa, wait, what?
Easy. There is some curvature there. I wouldn't completely disagree with that statement.
I don't
But we
think
call banana
anybody's
clips
dick is straight.
When we allude to banana clips, we're talking about something completely different, right?
Yeah,
What are
banana
you
clips
talking
is
about?
a clip to a gun. It's shaped
It's-
in a
it's-
banana.
it-
goes
Oh,
on
okay,
it goes
yeah.
under an AK.
Yeah.
But yeah, clip, drugs, like anything you needed to. That pocket was
So you-
actually really useful.
But didn't it like outline what was in there? So if you had a fucking clip in there, people would be like, "This guy has a clip in his like," because the pocket's right there in the front, right?
You were around everybody who all had clips in their shit.
I've never seen anybody hold a gun clip in that front pocket.
Front pocket? You mean the side, the little leg pocket?
It's a leg pocket, but wasn't it like right in the front here, like right above the knee?
No, it was like right. It was behind the knee. It was closer towards the back of the leg.
I'm thinking about different type of dickies then.
Yeah, they were probably selling those at the hair studio.
Fuck you.
So do you look back at that now, how I used to dress, and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I hate old pictures.
I just look back at how I was in general and just think,
so stupid.
yeah, I was so young and dumb. Like just all of the
Young,
bad
dumb,
shit
and full
that
of cum. That's you.
young dumb, and I think I might have swallowed his tongue. But
Whoa.
he was singing Purple Pills. That was the next line. Young, dumb, and full of cum. And I think he may have swallowed his tongue.
Oh, you mean like-
scary as it was a
that
false alarm. You
D12?
think about it? Yeah.
G12,
Okay.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Like you looked at me when you said that. I had to pause you I didn't know
you
what that
put
was.
on chapstick and stare at me every time.
Purposely.
I'm
I
about
used
to
to
throw.
love-
I'll throw something at
Love
you.
that album, dude. I used to listen to that like nonstop.
Why are you looking straight? Look at me. Look at me.
But anyway, I love how y'all get a kick out of that. Go ahead, get y'all shit off.
All right.
But no, I just look at that. I just look at how I was before and like just all of the all of the bad choices and the dumb shit that I had to do. Now, the funny thing is, and I look at it and I'm like, I was a fucking moron. But I swear I probably wouldn't change it for the world.
Really?
Yeah.
It kind of makes you who you are, though, right? Like those
Exact-
experiences.
And that's the reason why I wouldn't change it, because I mean, granted, I suffer from a lot of shit, but I mean, for better or worse, I like the way I am and who I am. You know
Who
what I'm
you've
saying?
become,
So
yeah.
So I like who I've become and who I plan on becoming. You know, not necessarily who I was, but I can't change that.
True that.
So yeah, I mean, but yeah, like specifically the outfits and shit. Like I'll look at the old picture. I used to have bubble coats.
That's coming back in, believe it or not. The bubble coats
That
and all.
shit is so
I just-
fucking ugly.
I just bought a
Goose
bubble
downs.
vest.
Remember goose downs?
The goose.
The gooses.
The triple fat goose.
Hey, remember the old pullovers with like the sports name on the pocket or the sports team on the pocket?
starter
The
jackets?
starter
Oh,
ones,
the
that's what
starter,
it was.
yeah, that was
those were
real big.
fire.
So let me ask you, is this white of me? I had a Mighty Ducks one.
I had Charlotte Hornets. That was
That's a lot more blacker than me.
I had,
had a hockey
I had-
in 6th grade. That was like all the rage. Everybody had like their team.
The team.
Yeah, I remember somebody had like specifically Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody had Dallas Cowboys.
But I was like the only
I had
black
the-
kid that had a hockey one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably a little too light.
Why are you shaking your head, remorseless?
Uh,
Why are you acting like you're shocked about it?
no, it's not. All right, let's go on to another topic. This shit is.
Oh, so you telling me I killed it? Really?
Or was it something I said that killed the
No,
ghost?
it was art. It was art.
Okay.
When
fact
he
that you
said
had
that,
a-
when he said that, I just had a flashback of him and that stupid ass fucking pullover, and nobody knew who the only Mighty Ducks we knew were the one in the movies. Like we didn't know who the Mighty
Yeah,
Ducks were.
they didn't know that they were an actual team from Anaheim. Like,
I
Oh,
barely
so you
knew.
just wore it because you like the movie.
I like the team. Like the movie is probably what made me like the team, but that's why I
Oh,
wore
you
it.
like the actual hockey team?
Yes.
man.
I
Okay.
barely
But-
knew what hockey was.
but they had,
I
like,
didn't
the
even think
Chicago
that was a
Bulls.
real thing.
Yeah.
You know, they had Chicago Bulls. You had a Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
I had the mighty, like I had the Anaheim Ducks.
Quack, quack. Good ass movie, man.
That was
Was it?
all three of them too, man.
As a child,
Gordon
yeah.
Bombay.
But if you watch it now,
I haven't-
I
to be
don't
fair, I
think
haven't
I
watched
don't
it.
think that it would be a good. Like I've
Since
been
I was a child.
revisiting a lot of older like TV shows and movies and like series and sitcoms and shit, and a lot of them were trash. Like the Thundercats. Thundercats is trash.
I never watched the Thundercats.
I used to love that. I haven't watched it since I was a
Fucking
kid.
like Beast Wars is trash. There's only a few of them that actually stood the test of time, and I would say Batman the animated series,
so good.
X-Men the animated show, Spider-Man, Gargoyles,
Remember Chip and Dale?
the Rescue
Oh, yeah.
Rangers.
Chip and Dale.
That stood the test of time too. In Tailspin,
Tailspin.
Yeah. I remember
fucking-
coming home from school and there would be that block of 4 shows on Disney. It'd be Chip and Dale, Tailspin, Gummy Bears, and Darkwing Duck. I think.
Darkwing Duck, yeah.
When there's trouble, you call DW.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get
Dangerous.
So good.
No, but yeah, so there's not a lot of shows that actually we were watching Digimon yesterday. Like me and my kids, we were watching Digimon. And we watch Pokemon and different things like that. Like there are certain shows that stand the test of, like Dragon Ball Z will be everlasting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
It's made its mark.
Yeah, see, I never watched. I was a little too old for like Pokemon and Digimon and all that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
you
was,
got to
like,
keep
the
in mind
cards,
he was a
the trading
teenager.
cards?
He was a teenager in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like we weren't teenagers in the 90s. We were like what? 1987, 1986 I was 10.
There's no way you were 10 in
Whoa.
1996 I was 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1997 you were 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So by the year 2000 like you're hitting you're in your teens and you're moving from there. Like so but him and what was it? You were born in 81, right?
81, yeah.
So 91 you were 10.
Right.
How awesome was it, like the music in the '90s when you were in high school?
I fucking loved it.
How, man, dude? I
I
mean,
fucking loved it. I
think-
still listen to 90s music all the time.
I think we had a good run in high school because we had like Ludacris and like the South kind of took
Nelly-
over,
Nelly,
and stuff like that.
Ludacris,
But the
fucking
90s,
50
like I
Cent,
would
like-
kill to go back and be in high school at that time.
So,
I wouldn't.
were you in high school in like the 2000s?
I graduated in 2005.
See, I think 2000s music is so shitty.
It died off.
Art.
It died off from the 90s.
Hey, Art,
but
here's
it
a
was-
question
I think
for
it was
you.
pretty
Here's a
pretty
question
decent.
for you. When did you like really start getting into and understanding rap? And
Like
here's-
conscious rap and understanding lyrics and stuff like that,
Just
or-
in general, because I mean, it's safe to say that you were a late bloomer to the.
No,
I mean,
was-
it was more of a relative thing. Like,
I loved Biggie and Tupac and all that. I didn't understand a lot of times is what they were talking about.
hence me asking this question.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to all that stuff back when we were growing up. Wait,
All right. Okay. All right.
okay, no,
Okay.
What are you asking? I'm sorry.
When did you start understanding it?
I understood it then. Like, what are you talking about?
You didn't understand Tupac at 10 years old.
I tried to. I was very attentive. I tried to understand what it was. I just didn't know what Cartiers were. I didn't know what Moet was. I was just like,
You
I
knew-
kind of
you knew-
pictured it because they were spilling Moet everywhere,
Bro.
right? That was the thing to do. You were spilling champagne.
All right.
Why are we doing this? I have no clue. Let's keep
Art, you are full of
Keep doing
shit. Your favorite
kid you
rap
not.
group. Your favorite rap group was
Criss
Crisscross
Cross,
for
okay.
a long time.
So what? I still listen to Pac and Big and Warren G.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking about legitimately understanding.
Maybe okay, so maybe high school because that's when I used to listen to like a lot of battle rap and stuff, right? And
Yeah.
that made me like own in on like some of these the lyrics and stuff like that. So that's probably when I started to.
That's what I was asking.
I tried to understand it as a kid. I
didn't
didn't
ask you
just
what you-
like
when
listen to
did you
party
try?
songs when I was a kid. I
you
was
definitely
like,
mostly
Is that
listen
how
to
you
party
dance?
songs.
I had the
You
albums.
definitely mostly listen to party
Get
songs.
the fuck out of here.
You you were fucking lying.
Dude.
Oh, I wish CJ
Dude,
was
but
here.
I-
I'll pick that name up. Let me mark it.
So party songs? So what do you mean by party songs?
Just like all about the Benjamins. Yeah, this is how we do it. All about the Benjamin. All the popular
Oh yeah.
songs like that. But I also had the albums, so I was listening to What's Beef and all that shit. I just didn't understand what it meant.
He was like, beef. Isn't that in my ravioli? Like,
Ground
Speaking
beef
of
is in my
ravioli.
taco.
Speaking of ravioli, so I still have like cans of ravioli. Like when I get like lazy, I pop them out and throw it in the
yeah, I do
microwave.
that
Yeah.
shit too. Fuck you
Ravioli is
mean?
amazing.
I don't get those for my kids.
You eat SpaghettiOs?
They like pizza rolls.
Have you ever liked SpaghettiOs?
I never
When
liked
I was a
them.
kid, yeah.
I never really
I
liked
like
it.
the raviolis. I'd never liked SpaghettiOs. Like they were always weird. to
Weird,
me.
yeah. Like I like the Easy Mac when I was like growing up.
Oh yeah, like the single cup
Trash.
stuff. Yeah.
What?
Basura.
Come
Trash.
on,
That shit was
you like
trash.
you like Easy Mac, right?
That was a little bit after my time. Like I
Okay.
got it more for my kids.
That shit tastes
kids
like
loved it.
styrofoam. That shit tastes like styrofoam.
I thought it was good, man.
Or you have to take. You don't put ketchup on like. You don't put ketchup on like burgers and hot dogs and shit. You have the taste
Made
buds of a
everything plain.
pit bull.
Basically, yeah.
I don't understand that analogy. Are you saying that ketchup on a hot dog is like the bouge or what? Or not?
No, he just eats everything completely plain.
He's
Ooh,
saying I have
really?
he's saying I have a different.
You don't like condiments and shit like that?
No, I'm not a condiment guy.
Oh, wow.
Like I can eat like I've just kind of opened up to like buffalo wings. I've always eaten barbecue and stuff like that. But when you get into those exotic, I don't even
Ketchup's
eat.
exotic.
Yeah, ketchup and mustard is super
Mustard,
exotic.
Mustard.
But
Jeez.
you know what else is exotic? Salad dressing. I don't eat any salad dressing. I eat my
Neither.
salads
None
plain.
of these things
Dude,
are
I'm gonna throw up. You eat your salad. You eat your salad dry.
taste buds of a pit bull.
nasty.
He has the
It's
taste
like an
buds of a
animal.
yak.
It's like an animal.
That's not what he.
In my head, it is.
So you think yaks are like Pokemon and they just say their names?
Yep.
What is that? I don't know. Let me check my Pokedex. That is a yak.
That's why they named it a yak.
You just walk past a group of yaks and they're all like, yak, 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 yak. Like, that shit would be annoying.
It's like in Being John Malkovich when they're all Malkoviches. He's like, Malkovich? Malkovich, Malkovich. Malkovich, Malkovich, Malkovich.
Oh man.
So, what do you guys think of plastic surgery, like face transplants and stuff like that?
Whoa.
Face like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
There was an article I was reading recently,
John Travolta.
I'm Castor Troy.
and this guy he had I think his plastic surgery was like $1.5 million.
Oh, to smile again.
Shit.
Just I mean,
Yeah,
just in general, what do
because
you
his
think
face
about it?
was
Like,
his face was all fucked up, and they gave it to him like he had to get the reconstruction because so he could smile and like make. Yeah, I seen that.
now, okay, so if it's something like that, I understand it. But like people who just get it because they want to feel like young again or something like that, like if you're like mid-50s, like you didn't get fucked in
You
life.
100%.
50.
Hey, you know he's like leaning towards the Kardashians, right? You know how he feels about them.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it gets to the point where their face doesn't move at all, and
Yeah,
they
it's-
talk like this.
They like
Kinda
try to
small.
drink water and it just comes down like
drooling all
just
over.
drooling everywhere.
So, and whenever it goes horribly wrong, like people, like once you make a mistake and then you try and correct that mistake and it makes it even worse, so you try and correct that, and then you get these people that just look inhuman. And it's like, me personally, I kind of feel sorry for them to that point because, like, I know that nobody was forcing them to do it. They did it of their own volition, but I mean, it's just like,
That's the main
Almost
reason why
pity.
I don't. That's the main reason why I don't feel sorry for him.
it's
You made that
pity
choice.
more than sorry.
Like you made that choice.
Bill Burr, he made a good point. He's like, would you rather be 50 and look 50 or be 50 and look like a 28-year-old lizard? Because your face is all pulled back and
Yeah.
you have all this and it's all, yeah.
So
I don't
nice.
understand why people think that's attractive. Like,
Maybe it's like living in a bubble, like, and you're surrounded by people who just tell you that it looks good.
Yeah.
So you're like,
no, you know
I'll
what you
keep
do?
going
You
then.
surround yourself with a bunch of ugly fucking people that had the exact same thing
yeah.
done. So
Those are your
it's-
friends now.
Everybody just walking around. Hey, Art, how are you? Oh, yeah, how's it going,
It
Marcel?
looks like the dude on Men in Black. Remember, he pulled his hair back like, "Is this better?" That one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't get down with it.
Yeah, me either. I think you definitely.
But
more-
what about plastic surgery on body parts now, like tits and ass?
I don't like it, man.
Liposuction? How about that? Like, what about that? Like, if it's for health reasons, I can kind of understand it.
Lipo's
but
not
if,
bad.
If it's just to, just go fucking work out. There's a track around the corner.
See, that's
Diet,
not. But that's not always the
exercise.
solution, though. That's not always the solution.
What,
So
diet
Anthony-
and exercise? I think it is.
That
Big Boy
doesn't always work.
Big Boy and Anthony Anderson. Those two look like it's.
Who?
It doesn't look good to
Who?
me. Big Boy,
Big
the radio,
Boy.
the radio show host,
You see what I did there?
and Anthony Anderson, who's
Yeah,
on.
they look
Blackish.
fantastic.
Oh,
You
yeah,
think so?
yeah.
They look fantastic.
I ate the whole plate.
I think Big
Transformers.
Boys look good.
Big Boys doesn't look too bad, but Anthony Anderson.
I don't think he looks bad either.
Okay, so his face is like smaller, his neck is, but then he has like this big pouch still right here, and his arms are really skinny now. Like it just looks weird to me.
So he's shaped like almost everybody else in America.
Almost. No, I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. I don't know.
No, I don't think he looks bad. I don't think he looks bad at all.
Well, as far as like breasts and ass, I personally don't like it.
Why is that?
Augmentation.
It may look good from afar, but I mean, it can't feel
That's not true.
good at all.
That's not true.
I don't care to find out.
Have you ever felt implants?
No, I never
No.
felt them.
You all right, so here's the thing. I wish I can show you guys. I'm gonna try to
Wait,
talk as
Shannon
this
has
happens.
implants?
No.
Whoa,
Thanks. I appreciate that.
she doesn't.
Trust me, she does.
Trust me. I got the inside scoop.
I'm gonna beat him the fuck up. But
Were you gonna draw a picture?
I was. So
Is this like fifth grade?
Mr.
when
Potato
we would draw boobies and everybody gather around, or
So-
probably like kindergarten for him.
So when
he's
you
in
have-
kindergarten. Do you guys ever feel breast implants?
You guys never felt?
no,
you guys
feeling-
never felt boobies?
And
like,
everybody
they
else
don't
just,
they
like,
don't feel
picking their
that
nose.
different. Just like a fake ass doesn't feel that different. Hold on. The problem is
Looks like a cup.
It's a teat. The tita sumadre.
the problem is like
the fuck is
with
that?
I'm explaining it now. Like with boobs in particular, when you're like having sex with somebody and you're like hitting it from the back, for some reason, their titty goes from this to this. Like because of gravity and like the way they're like the extra skin starts sagging. So sorry about that. So the titty is still in place, like the implant is still in place, but the skin starts sagging. It looks like you're milking a cow.
Oh,
it's weird looking as shit. But
what if you're
feeling wise? It doesn't feel that different. Like the ass or the titties, they don't feel that different.
What if your wife said that she wanted to get her breast done?
Have you seen my wife's breasts?
No, no.
Like
I'm just hypothetically like
her titties are huge.
Okay.
Well, they can still be augmented.
Yeah, like what if she said that she wanted?
Not necessarily.
Do you like them the way they
bigger.
are, or like? Okay, no. Let me ask you this: what type of breast guy are you? You like
I'm
the
not a
long?
breast guy.
Do you like the long ones? Or
I'm
you like
not
the
a breast guy.
Perky ones. Like
I'm not a breast guy.
You're not?
No, not even a little bit.
What about you, Double D? How do you like your breasts?
Double D's. No. I double D's are actually pretty big. I don't like them too big.
Mm-hmm.
I like I like them. I like breasts.
Like, I'm not a
I don't know what
breast
to
guy.
say about that.
I'm more of a ass and leg guy.
I like the smaller breasts. Like not too small though, because it's like I don't know, like when like you're like sucking on them or so. It
I mean,
kind of
as long
reminds you
as
of a
you-
fucking
as-
chest. Like this is gay.
Once again, that implies in comparison.
Exactly. He always compares. He
sorry.
always compares.
Sorry,
But
I was just thinking about that.
like no, but I mean like I'm not a breast guy, which is funny because like my wife, she has giant cans. But I mean, if she didn't, it's okay. Like I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I am just a
I'm not crazy about them, but I do like
a
breasts.
lover of the
They're
female
nice to look
form
at.
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Nice and curvy and
That actually, that's a good thing. So why are people giving so much gripe to preference?
what do you mean?
Well, here's the thing: if you don't like a certain thing about someone, like if you have a checklist. I think we've been over this before. If you have a checklist and these people don't meet your checklist, just like how you were talking
physical
about how
features?
women, physical features. Like, no, I don't think anybody's gonna fuck Rumple McFugly unless they're drunk or desperate.
Or
Like-
they're ugly as well.
Yeah, or they're ugly. So like, I don't understand like the big deal. Like, there's a whole bunch of people just rallying against, oh yeah, well you're this shaming or you're that shaming or you're
Women do it all the time. They're allowed to.
yeah.
But men, yeah, we're shaming if we say anything
You
negative.
mean women to other women or women to men?
Women to
Yes.
men. They have a checklist, and it's. I mean, he
Yeah.
can't be short. He has to be fit. He has to be XYZ.
Did you notice that that is all?
Sorry, dude. I didn't even mean to do it that time. Dude.
Got him.
I was just looking at you because you were talking.
That was great. Got him.
I'm sorry. Don't be talking while I'm putting chapstick on, man.
You know what? That's inspired me to put some chapstick on right now.
Just to let everybody know, I will be recasting the No Filter podcast. Make sure you email me, empnetwork412@gmail.com.
Carmex, we can definitely use the sponsorship.
That's right. Oh, you got Carmex too?
Yo, if
Yes.
Carmex
Yep.
if Carmex ever sends me a fucking email, I am burning my phone.
Brought to you by Carmex. So what were you saying? Something about preferences and shaming.
Well, no, it was actually about art. Did you notice that every time he's like imitating a woman and talking about a checklist, the first thing he goes to is height?
No, I didn't notice that. but
6'1" and like that
Because
is
they-
always the first thing you
Because
go to.
height, it's something that you
it's-
can see instantly. right?
And you're on dating apps and stuff, right? Okay, all right. But you have been.
Ooh, you just
Yeah.
tried to get him to Tekashi
No.
6'9" himself.
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Art. Okay. So, I mean, but you've seen on dating apps, that seems to be a big thing, and it's important with women. It's like, please be taller than 6'1" or whatever it is. Or,
Oh, man, it's
I hope
crazy,
you're taller
man.
than me.
But see, I love short women though. I love short
But
women.
even short women, like I saw one time this
I mean,
lady
but
was
I'm not
like,
gonna not fuck a tall chick though. But I like my preference. I love short women, and I mean like
shorter
like
than you mean?
4'11", 5'1" short women. I'm 5'10", so 4'11", 5'1" short women. That's actually a really sexy height to me.
Well, see, I saw this one woman in particular. She was around like 5'1", 5'2", I think, and then she was like, "Please be taller than 6'2". I'm like, that's a whole fucking foot taller than you.
What do you want me
hell
to
are you
do?
doing?
You just
Do you want-
filtered
do you
out
want me to, like-
so many probably good men.
Yeah,
Just
that's
because they don't reach
ridiculous.
that height.
And I'm not a tall man, obviously. I'm even a shorter
I
than
think
you
she
are. So
wants
the
a-
fact that you're,
Damn.
the fact that you're, upset by this,
I think she wants a treehouse ladder to climb up on the deck.
maybe, I guess.
Drop it down, John.
I don't get it. I mean, you can be lacking all these qualities, but because you're 6'2", you're qualified
Yeah.
for this. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't
you
get it.
sound bitter.
I'm not bitter.
You do sound bitter.
No, it just doesn't
You're
make
like,
sense.
oh, she's hot. Let me check her profile. Son of a bitch.
Well, that's
Let's talk
I mean
about
that's what it
pragmatics,
gets
like,
to, dude.
yeah.
That's what it gets to. It literally is because it could be a girl that seems perfect for you, and in your mind, like, hey, I'm going to go for this.
Mm-hmm.
Then automatically you're disqualified because of your height.
And
Hold
height is
on.
something you
So,
can be-
but you have deal breakers though. You guys have deal breakers too, though, right?
Not ones that you can, not physical ones that you can't.
I'm
help.
not that fucking shallow.
You don't have physical,
Well, when
that you can't help.
like
I don't know. Maybe I'm painting
like
myself in
Megan
the corner
Fox's
here.
thumbs, maybe.
Hey,
You see how quick that wrapped around. Pause.
Why not you
It's
put it that
getting
way?
hot in here.
Like, yeah, you guys have physical features that are deal breaker. Everybody fucking does. Like,
But,
I'm not
okay,
going to
let me
talk to
put
a
it
chick
this way.
whose nose looks like they can sign autographs with.
To me, it's the equivalent of
hate those
saying,
sharp
"Please
noses.
be under 150 pounds."
So, what is wrong with that?
What is wrong with that? Say that to a woman and find out what's wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
Just the FYI, but like that's the thing. If you do say it to her, you're probably not going to talk to her anyway.
I'm going to create a profile, and I'm going to do exactly what women do. You have to be between
There's-
like what 5'4" and 5'7". You have to be
Such and such weight.
under 150 pounds. You have to have brown hair. Like I'm just going to go through a whole checklist.
Like,
I promise you that will make like the internet in a Google search one day.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause someone is going to screenshot
You're gonna
it.
get
and
hated
they're-
even more than you are right
Exactly.
now, Art.
you have to not have herpes because I like giving it to people. And you have to be fertile because I love making women pregnant. That's your
terrible.
profile.
Please be ovulating.
That's
Do
terrible.
not call me if it's not that weak.
That's terrible.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, you like, yeah, but be under 150 pounds. So what? Okay, so you have your
Shallow.
preference. Just like, no, but what I'm saying is that I mean, I don't know if that's shallow though.
Okay, so what if I weigh 151?
Bye. See you.
Fuck you. Shallow.
No, but what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm saying from a guy's perspective, I agree with you. You have your preferences. I'm saying to say that to the other, not race, not species. What's the word I'm looking for? Sex is kind of fucked up. As fucked up as a woman saying you have to be as.
But that's not fucked up though.
Oh,
I don't think so.
See, I think like we all have preferences. I don't think you should be putting them up front like that.
I think you should. And the reason why I think you should is don't waste my fucking time.
I mean, if you like, say you go out on a date with someone, okay, and then you get to know the person you see. Oh, they're under 6 foot. Okay, then. But I think it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the whole idea of saying up front, please be this, 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 and this. It's just so
Checklists are crazy.
checklist. It's routine. There's no nuance or romance about
Humility.
it.
Yeah.
It's like looking at a resume and just going through. It's just so.
Yeah, you're not
disgusting
even
to me.
human.
So you
Like,
guys
yeah.
wouldn't prefer a resume? Like think about that. Think about not knowing. Yeah, you get that whole that whole mysterious, that shit is real nice. But I mean, what if, she had a sex change or something? Okay, so
Whoa, buddy.
yeah.
Whoa.
Where we?
Yeah.
What road we going?
All right,
down?
so
Whoa.
here's the thing.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
All right, so a friend of mine, she used to be a guy. She had a sex change. All right.
Whoa.
And she's having sex with these dudes without telling them that.
Wait,
How do you?
She used to be a dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she had a sex change to a woman, so she's a woman now.
And she's having
So
sex.
she has
with
like a
She's
full
having sex-
vagina and all that?
Yeah, she has the whole moosh
Man, that's
boosh,
expensive.
or the whole kit and caboodle. But she's having sex with these guys without telling them that.
I don't think that's right.
It's terrible. You can
I don't
you
think
wound
it's-
up dead
I don't
somewhere.
think it's right either. But her logic is, I'm a woman. I shouldn't have to say anything.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like that one bit.
I don't agree with it.
She has fucking X and Y chromosome,
Mm-hmm.
right? She's not a fucking woman.
I mean,
I mean, like, some guys would be into that. I guess,
Yeah.
like, you used to be a dude.
no, but I mean,
I mean,
like,
there's got to be men that out there. It's
well,
like that's their thing.
even
right?
so, like, all right, just don't tell anybody else. but like,
Remember the Bobby Valentino thing? And he was
Yeah.
running out of the hotel,
Yeah.
and it was like a train. He goes, "Wait, where are you going, Bobby?" And he has him on video, and he's running down the hallway. Like,
and me personally, I don't give a fuck who you have sex with. You know what I'm saying? But the problem I have with it, it's just like having an STD and not telling that person until after you have unprotected sex. Like, you're taking away their choice to choose.
Yeah, or it's also under false assumptions. Like, you
Yeah.
think you're having sex with a certain person, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, people don't, like, you have to have this, like, you have to be able to respect this perspective. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
have to be able to respect the opposite perspective, because you want the opposite perspective to respect you.
Right, right.
But like, it was just, and I'm like, listen, you have to start telling people, because, as a matter of fact, she did get into a fight with somebody that she was talking to, because he found out that she used to be a guy, and he beat the shit out of her. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can wound up dead, man. Like,
and like, I don't have any sympathy towards that.
what? Getting beat?
Like, just, that's just not the right thing to do. Like, not say anything. That's just not the right thing
It's
to
a
do.
piece of shit move. Yeah, it is, because you're not giving the other person an option.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like,
do
so,
you-
if they happen to be attractive, and like me, I think I speak for most guys. You're not going to want a woman who was a guy before, right? I
Unless
wouldn't.
you're into that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't, but and you're not giving me the option to make that decision for myself, like, and now I'm marked for life that I've slept with what was once a man.
Right, right.
I have no hatred towards trans vestites, that whole community or whatever, right? But at the same time, it's just not my preference.
Right. If you're
And-
not into that, you shouldn't be
Yeah.
forced into a situation where you're.
And
Yeah.
that's
definitely.
with any situation, not even this one particularly. If it's something you don't want to do, you shouldn't be forced into doing it.
Right, right. So if you don't like morbidly obese women, it'd be the same thing. Like, you shouldn't be forced to sleep with a morbidly obese woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just, you should always have a choice. That's what I'm saying. You should always have a choice. But yeah.
Are you guys like into, like, you have, like, I don't know if we talked about fetishes before. I think we have we?
Probably.
you
I
have
think
fetishes?
that's most of our
Why
conversations.
did you point directly at me?
Because you look like you have a lot of fetishes.
I don't, though.
Really?
I don't have what.
I don't know
Okay,
if I
so
buy that.
what is a fetish exactly?
You know
Let's
what a
not get
fetish
into
is.
the fucking legal terms of this. You know what a fetish is.
No, don't do that, because you guys
You don't do
guys
that, John.
always do this shit.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
play
well,
this PC
okay.
bullshit. Give me an
Okay, so
exact
what
definition
exactly?
of a.
Exactly. So what exactly is a fetish? Like, so
Don't
is a
entertain
fetish?
this dude. Don't
is a
entertain
fetish-
it.
Is a fetish like something that, like, is
Maybe he
something
doesn't
that you
actually
want
know what a
over
fetish
and
is.
No, he wants to know
over
what he
and
can get away
over
with
again?
right now.
Or no, I just want to
He wants
know.
his lawyer here.
I just want to know what a fetish is because we've already discussed. Like for example, I said I like feet, but I'm not fucking a foot, or I'm not licking the
So
bottom.
you
of
want
a
to
foot
know
or
the difference
something
between
like
a
that.
preference and a fetish?
So, well, why do you?
No, because liking feet isn't necessarily a preference. Like I legitimately like feet. Like don't mind rubbing feet or holding feet.
It's
and shit
something-
like
okay.
that. Like is that a fetish?
A fetish being a sexual desire, right? So if you like feet, like you like fucking feet, that's a fetish.
Yeah,
We'll
I
say
don't,
that.
get
I don't
off
have
on
any
it.
fetishes,
Yeah.
man.
You don't have any fetishes?
No, not weird ones. I guess mine are conventional.
Well, let's hear him.
Yeah.
I mean,
put them on the table.
I mean,
Go, show your hand, man.
vagina.
That's not a fucking fetish.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, no.
All right.
We said the weird ones.
I just said I don't have any weird ones. Let me see.
Yeah, come on.
Let me see. You guys talk amongst each other while I think about this.
Okay.
I don't have any.
Thumb in the butt, maybe not my butt, but thumb in
There
the
you
butt
go.
of
That
the
would be a
person
fetish.
you're
Okay,
having
well,
sex
that's,
with.
yeah, I'd like to
Is
put
that a
my
fetish?
thumb in booties.
I heard they come harder from that, so I've been doing it ever since.
You have to press down.
The old Georgie Porgy is what we call that.
Put it in, press down.
Yeah. Like you.
You ever do it like to
Thumb
where,
wrestling?
like you're like popping like
No, don't. I don't do it. I've never stuck.
It's so
No.
It's so weird though because when you do it, like you can actually feel your penis, like
you can touch it, yeah,
grinding. Because
because the holes are so close to each other. Yeah, it's so funny. I was like asking Double D's like, don't ask me that.
Two in the pink, one in the stink. Is that the
No,
shocker?
that's the shocker. Like that doesn't work because your pinky that hurts. Like it takes my pinky doesn't have that type of strength to jam in a butthole.
I mean,
Have you ever put your finger in a butthole?
no.
Plenty
never.
of times. Yeah.
Never.
You
You
never?
have?
Yeah,
You've-
plenty of times. They love that.
Not into that, dude.
They do, man. They like that shit.
They love it, man.
Nothing.
Have you
with
ever
the
licked the
butthole.
ass crack?
Fuck no.
The crack though.
You've
Like,
never-
Who licks
have
up
you
the
ever-
crack?
You know shit comes out of there, right?
I'm just saying.
I
you never
sorry,
ate
dude,
ass.
That is a big turn on. No, never. Never will either.
Guilty.
So man.
It's that millennial thing, dude. Fucking millennials.
No. I think the more
Ruining society.
The more millennial thing is for guys that have their ass eaten. I hear a lot of millennial guys
I know,
say that.
I know a lot of dudes that do that.
That's
nasty.
completely a millennial thing.
Nah,
and
bro.
I do not at all. I can't do it.
But yeah, I don't have any fetishes then. Like if that's not one, then I don't know.
Besides sticking thumbs in the ass and licking ass and sticking my pinky.
No, but
anything
see,
with
I don't
ass
have a
really.
fetish
ass.
for that. Like that's I don't have a fet. I guess the thumb in the ass thing would be is that a fetish?
I don't think so.
That is definitely a fetish. Don't touch me with your thumb.
I wash my hands, Double D.
So you like the thumb in your butt, is what you're saying.
No,
So
no, that's disgusting. Why would I ever want
all of our
But you shave your ass.
no filter
yeah,
podcast.
no thumb? I don't need a thumb to shave my ass.
I'm just saying you may do it for a reason.
What, shave my ass?
Shave your ass because you like thumbs in.
Because I don't like dingleberries.
How many thumbs can you get in your ass?
I don't know. I'll never find out.
I don't know. Just
No, but I don't like dingleberries. That's why I shave my ass.
Dingleberries, man. Wow. I'm not a hairy guy.
Dingleberry
but some
Road.
guys,
I'm not a hairy
I can
guy
just-
either. It's just I'm not a hairy guy either. It's just like I mean, you can't help a hairy asshole. You can't.
Yeah.
true that.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Pause. I don't have to pause that.
He's
The
like-
only person that don't wrap it up is Art.
Wrap that shit up, B.
Yo, man, I'm Cuban, B.
All right, Joe, check this out, son. We're going to go ahead and wrap this shit up, dog. All right. What's up?
What's up?
All right. Let's. I guess we can move to closers. Art. Oh, recommendations and closers. You didn't have a recommendation
No,
up.
recommendations. There's a show on Netflix called, I think it's Follow This. It's a lot of interesting things. Like each episode, it's a BuzzFeed production, and it has a lot of interesting things. Like the one that I watched recently, I think I was mentioning before, was about sex bots. It's on there, but they have a bunch of different interesting like episodes for various things. Like they have that whole sex culture with selling sex or something like that. So from what I understand, what I just found out, like if you're someone who if you're a prostitute, you're part of this culture. If you're someone who solicits and say for instance, you work with, there's people with fetishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You may supply that, or if you're like a cam girl, it's all grouped into
The
one.
sex industry.
In the industry, it's
Okay.
all grouped into one, and I forgot what the name is, but they have interesting episodes on there. So I would recommend. It's called Follow This on. It's on Netflix. My recommendation as far as closers go, just what we were just recently talking about. I don't agree if you don't give someone a choice when it comes to any type of sexual activity. So if you're a man, if you're born a man, and now because you think you're a woman or so, or you identify with being a woman, I think it's courteous to put that information out there before you allow someone to do X, Y, Z to you, because most times you hear about these stories and people get killed, man. Like people take this very serious,
That's a fact.
But to attest to what you said, unless you're into it, but
So, Art,
give me a choice.
When you were a woman, like, do you tell women now that you used to be a woman? And how does your dick get hard? I heard that doesn't, like, you need like a penis pump.
I tell them. Most of the women, they love the fact that I used to be a woman.
So you can empathize with them.
Nice.
But you're a sack of shit, though. You can't even empathize.
I am
with
I'm so not emotional. Like I have no emotional intelligence at all. So I can't feel when like you're when she's crying because I'm like the dumbest like Neanderthal. Like what? Huh? Why are you crying? Like what the fuck? Like I have no emotion, man. Like at all. It's terrible.
So you used to be a woman, now you're a man. You really turned hard into that man. All right.
Yeah.
You really turned hard into
that man. And I'm shaking my head agreeing. Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I definitely turned hard inside of that man.
Okay, but look, we're not going to wear this. Like, I'm not going to wear this one. Okay.
No,
the herpes thing, the impregnating women. That's funny. Don't listeners.
I like how we're slowly building a profile
like
for him.
his character is so crazy.
It's crazy.
Like,
I'm not wearing that one though.
you are hated.
You also don't wear condoms, but that doesn't
doesn't.
stop you.
Another one. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. You good?
I'm done.
Okay. All right. My recommendation is don't eat asshole. Don't do it. Don't lick asshole. Don't be sticking thumbs in assholes. Because what you're doing is then you're going to like, you're eating asshole and then you're going to go like, it's the holidays. You're going to go kiss your granny. Don't do that. And then you're shaking people, or like if you're remorseless, you're like hitting me after you make a joke and like your thumb has been in somebody's asshole. Don't be spreading.
Washed, though.
There's a risk
Don't be
of
spreading
pink
around.
eye.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a risk
It's
of
a
pink eye
wash.
there.
Wash your fucking hands. It's not. Don't put a thumb in an
How about
asshole.
don't
Wash
put
your
your thumb
hands.
in an asshole.
But you can never fully clean an asshole. You ever paid any mind?
Like you can fully clean your hand.
It's
No.
still the
There's
smell.
poop
It's still.
particles.
You need to change your soap then, because that's disgusting.
So you're telling me as soon as you put your thumb in an asshole, you use whatever soap, and then it was.
But
just,
see, my
Just
thumb,
sucking on your
when I
thumb
put my thumb in the
afterwards.
asshole, it doesn't smell like shit.
Oh, so you're telling me the assholes I've put my thumbs in?
You are disgusting.
Oh, you guys are going to keep building this profile. Fuck.
No,
saying both of
because
yous
this is
are-
coming
are
from.
nasty.
This is also coming from a couple episodes ago when you were talking about how vagina smells like backed up garbage and like.
What?
No, well,
Remember that?
I said it was
No.
like the
Don't
garbage.
say that about
It
women,
was like the
man.
garbage chute. I said, do you ever have a garbage chute like back up and that smell is just like.
And we're sitting there
I don't
looking
want
at
any
you like,
part of
what
this
the fuck are you
conversation.
talking?
Like
you were
sewage.
here.
I'm not signing off on that.
That episode might not
Listeners.
have came out yet. I think that's next week.
Why don't we keep that one in the vault?
Nah, we're gonna keep that one. Nah, fuck no.
Anyways, yeah, don't eat ass. Don't be sticking finger. Don't stick anything in your asshole. That's we as a society has evolved to be disgusted by shit for a good fucking reason. Anyways, that was my recommendation.
My recommendation is ignore Double D's recommendation.
No.
I've never heard a girl come as hard as when you put a thumb in her ass and you're hitting it from the back. Period. You press that button, it's on. It's like collecting 99 coins.
And you stick your thumb.
You should see him pantomime. Not like this. You're like this because you're holding. You're in control, so you're holding it like this.
Don't demonstrate for us, please.
No, Double D, check it
Don't
out. You're
turn
holding
towards
it,
me, dude. Turn towards the wall.
You're holding it like this. and
I'd like to
That's where the thumb. And you're
Formally
like,
resign.
Stop doing that.
That is worse than staring at someone while putting on chapstick.
Yes, it's very uncomfortable.
I feel like I should file a police report.
You should see how uncomfortable.
And rightfully so. I feel violated and assaulted.
No, you're like, you've done it before. You know exactly the motion I'm talking about.
We don't have to demonstrate right now.
In your thumb, and then you got to straighten your thumb. All right. Anyway, I forgot my real recommendation. Oh, a podcast. I like Mouse Jones. Pause. He's a good he's a good personality. He's a media personality. He has a new podcast on Loudspeaker Network. It's called The Clubhouse with Mouse Jones. It's actually really good. I started listening to it on Podbean. He's a funny guy. He's I think he's from Brooklyn or something. He's Brooklyn funny. He's not comedy funny. It's a difference. But yeah, it's a good podcast. I recommend that one. That was my recommendation. Art closer.
I've already given you my closer, my recommendation.
You gave your recommendation in your closer?
Yes, I did.
You gave your recommendation in your closer?
I gave my recommendation and / closer.
Oh. All right. Well, my closer is I don't agree with Double D. You know, thumb and ass isn't bad. But what else did we talk about today? Because we didn't do pre-production. Old slang was great. I miss it. It was the bomb.
Old slang was fun.
It's good to reminisce, but you can't get caught up on the past. Like if you get caught up on the past, you won't move forward. So it's good to reminisce and have fun, especially kick it with the fellas, chilling with my boys. No, you boys are still in right? Boys?
I think boys is in. I think boys.
Like with my.
I think so.
What about homeboys?
Oh, that is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's archived.
It's good to get on this podcast and kick it with my homeboys.
Shift delete.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Like, just
Remember Homie the Clown?
homie, don't play that. That shit, it was amazing. But yeah, we don't have much of a closer. We kind of just riffed today because we're terrible at our jobs, apparently.
We didn't
So
get
I'm
to
done.
things hate.
Oh, we
can do that on another
we can do that
episode.
on another episode.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm done. All right, hold on, I gotta get my voice.
I thought you were just going to cut it right there.
All right, this is another episode of the No Filter Podcast. Make sure you interact with us and follow us on all of our socials, and make sure that you email us at
empnetwork412@gmail.com.
all right. Now this is signing off. This is Remorseless.
Me, Double D.
This is Art.
Y'all just keep letting me go out on that clip. I'm done with that voice. All right, man. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, Double D here, and let's face it, you're a loser. Yeah, yes you. You don't have any friends. And here's why this is a problem. Because after you've downloaded this episode and listened to it, you're going to love it so much, you're going to want to go out and download all the other episodes of No Filter from the EMP network. And then after you've listened to those, you're going to love this show so much, you're going to want to run out and tell all your friends about it. But guess what? You don't have any friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends. That way you can tell them all about it. And you can also tell them about our socials where you can hit us up. Hit us up at Twitter at network_EMP. Also on Instagram, EMP Network 412. And also on Facebook, you can like us, EMP Network, and share it with all your friends on there. You know, they say that they're your friends, but they're not your friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends, you weirdo.